Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today the road takes us to Universal Studios Hollywood. We are taking the VIP backlot tour. We get to get off the tour, we get to walk around the sets, we get to see some stuff. So let's check it out. If it's your first time here, please like, please subscribe, please comment, all that fun stuff, and let's check out the Universal Studios Hollywood VIP backlot tour.
We can do the tour without clips. We can survive. Oh, there we go. It's working. Well, hello and good afternoon. How was your day so far? You guys having fun? Yes? Do you wish you were in school? Like, oh man. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're here today. This is a beautiful day. Tomorrow's going to be a little colder, so just enjoy the heat. Next week it's going to rain and be 60 degrees, guys. We're not excited. So enjoy this last gorgeous day in February. Who has done this tour before, the VIP tour? A few of you. Scott, I think I have been with you guys before. It's good to see you again. Bruce, nice to meet you. Guys, we are going to have a fantastic experience together. My name is Sarah. I'm going to be your tour guide. I've been here 12 years, so I have a lot of info in this noggin. So anything you have questions about, please ask. Happy to tell you everything I know. We have a great driver today. This is Tommy at the wheel. Let's give him a round of applause. Tommy, thank you for driving us. And for those of you who haven't been on the VIP tour, but maybe you've done the regular tram tour, we're going to do everything they do. We just get to do extra. We get to get out of our vehicle, walk inside of a couple special buildings, go on a set, take lots of photos. You're going to get a nice view of our lower lot. Over here to the right, there's Super Nintendo World. And then everything else, these are all sound stages, 36 of them to be exact. And we've been here a very long time. Next month will be our 110th anniversary, 110 years of making movies here on property. The guy on your screens is our founder, a gentleman named Carl Lemley. Came over here from Germany and created an entire city devoted to filmmaking. So that's why they call us Universal City. We have our own zip code, post office, dry cleaners, restaurants, even our very own fire station right there to the right. I bet the adults might remember a TV show, one of the biggest and the oldest on property. It's been here since 1929. So everything you see on your screens was filmed in that stage that we just passed. And you see the Minions, because Illumination Entertainment, they have their offices here. They brought you all those great movies like The Minions and Sing. And then Oppenheimer, our Best Picture winner from a couple years ago. They filmed right here at stage 19. Every time you see the Oval Office in the White House, it was actually right here. And there's everybody's favorite foul-mouthed teddy bear on your left. There's Ted with his gigantic bottle of beer. He's standing in front of the bungalows, and these bungalows are really cool. They were dressing rooms to the stars during the 1950s and 60s. Now they are offices for writers, producers, and directors. Really big names that you guys probably know. Jordan Peele, he was here for a long time, his Monkey Palm Productions. The Rock, you guys know The Rock? His office was also here. It's called $7 Productions because he had $7 in his pocket when he moved over here to start his career. Right now, this is home to Kevin Williamson. He's the guy who brought you all the Scream movies, and he's working on another one right now, Scream 7. Any fans of Wicked on board? A few of you. Look down to your left. You'll actually see a big white sign and a Wicked balloon. That is Mark Platt Productions. They are the producers of the Wicked film and Wicked on Broadway. And then continuing to your left, 5195, that is Alfred Hitchcock's former office. You guys probably have heard of him, director for Psycho, Vertigo, and Birds, a lot of suspense movies. He inspired most filmmakers today, kind of a big deal. But here's the deal, you guys are very important people, so we're not going to talk as much as we normally would. We're actually going to get out and walk around. So we're going to take our first excursion. We're going to go in stage 26 right here, which is currently home to a brand new hit comedy called St. Denis Medical. Has anyone seen the show? Nobody. Awesome. Thanks for your support, guys. Appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding. Go home and watch it. You have homework tonight. It's actually on Tuesday night. What's today? Thursday? So we'll be on Peacock. If you guys have Peacock at home, you can stream it the next day. You'll also get a glimpse of our Metropolitan sets on your right. They are dressing the streets for filmmaking right now. I can't tell you what's filming over there because it is a top secret production. In fact, it is my job as a tour guide to sign an NDA when I start working here. That's called a non-disclosure agreement, which means they sometimes give us information that we are not allowed to share, and if we do, we lose our jobs. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut. You guys are allowed to take a look, grab some photos if you want, unofficially, of course. Yeah, those Metro sets are pretty iconic. If you've seen Captain America, the first Avenger, it's filmed on that street right there. Right after he gets all big and buff and starts chasing the Hydra agent down the street, that's the street. Also, American Ninja Warrior, if you watch that show, they filmed down there, set up the obstacle course on the street. But we'll tell you more about that later. For now, we're going to hop off and explore Soundstage 26. You are allowed to take photos, so bring your cameras. Leave any bags that you don't want to bring, and watch your step right in the front.
Right there's Hogwarts. So we got too much noise out here. It's not good for filmmaking. Once we step inside, you'll hear a big difference. Also, do you guys know what this is?
It's a sign that tells them that they're filming.
Exactly. It's called a wigwag. Wigwag. So when that is flat, it's because back in the olden days, it actually made a noise that sounded like that. But now, that tells us we're filming and we're not allowed to go inside. But guess what? It's off. So we're going in. Here we go. Bye. Hi, Robert. 24. 24. Okay. That's me. All right, let's just pause here. You guys are welcome to kind of fill in on the sides if you want to hear a little better. Come on over. Hey, Robert.
Yes. You have people in there.
Oh, there's another group inside?
No. Still going, but
They're
they're just looking around
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So here's something kind of cool that's happening. Inside of this set are what we call scouts. You guys know what they do? So it's kind of a cool job. If you ever want to work in Hollywood, these are the people that come check out different sets and areas to see if it's going to work for their production. So let's say you're making a movie that takes place in a hospital. You might come look at this set, take some pictures, get an idea of the environment, and if you like it, you can rent it out from our soundstage. Pretty cool. So that's what they're doing inside. So just do your best to kind of stay out of their way because they're the people that give us the big bucks, all right? So we want to keep them happy. Welcome to Stage 26. Have you guys ever seen America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you ever watch World of Dance? Remember that show? Jennifer Lopez's show? Oh, there they go. They're working. So that is all filmed in this soundstage right here. Also, Will and Grace used to film in here for a little while. Ariana Grande was here for Hairspray Live. Did you guys watch that? It was like a live production of the show Hairspray. It was pretty cool. They filmed all the interiors here and the exteriors outside. And we're going to see the interior of St. Denis Medical right now. The outside of the set, not very glamorous, right? Kind of looks like we're in a Home Depot. A lot of plywood. Smells like it too, yep. Up above, you can see these pulley systems. That's all for the walls, actually. So let's say this wall is in our way and we want to set up the camera there. Fly it up into the, I mean, you guys know about fly rails and fly systems because of theater. Very good. But let's step inside. Let's see how great it looks on the other side.
Okay, think about our show we're going to be filming.
Also, come on through, follow me.
Of course it is. It's professional. It has to be built for their show. This is awesome.
All right, so let's just kind of station ourselves here for a moment. Let's pause. Stop. Okay, so what do you think coming in? Does it look good?
Feels yeah.
A little too realistic for some of us. Any of you guys interested in like graphic design? Or like computer stuff, kind of? So we always say there is a job for everyone in Hollywood, and that includes for this show. So this is called St. Denis Medical. It takes place in Oregon in an underfunded and understaffed hospital. So that's where the comedy comes from, is they're constantly running around like crazy, not having enough people to help out. But they had to design this logo to look like it had like a little mountain range. So somebody's job is to design that logo for St. Denis. You could do this job as well. It's kind of a fun one. You know, you get to be very creative. And then inside this pamphlet, once again, all real information.
Oh, wow.
Somebody has to take the time to write this. I'll read you a little excerpt. Give yourself a break. Rome was not built in a day. Embrace your nutrition and work with your body to create simple, easily achievable goals. So somebody's going to write all this just in case someone picks it up on camera and you can read that over their shoulder, right? Now, what do you think of this? What do you think this works?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it doesn't work because we don't have the budget to create the electrical system that would require this. All these walls are hollow, right? This is all plywood. Kind of like the same thing you would use to build your sets for theater. Because as long as it look good, that's all that we need. It doesn't have to be like super sturdy or up to code. It just has to look nice on camera.
Yes, but smaller.
How about the elevator? Real estate. This is where you're gonna go. We know there's nothing up there, right? So what happens is the actors will push the buttons. It'll light up from a little light they put behind it. And then here's where the real magic comes in. You ready for stuff? And she's gonna get a lot of work done. That's Nurse Alex over there. Nurse Alex is cracking down. So these are all props. You guys know what props are. Anything that's held or touched by an actor that's part of the decoration. And we're gonna go to our prop house later, actually, and see a bunch of props from film and television. So this is all coming together. We have this beautiful St. Denis Medical set. If you want to watch the show, I would encourage you to tune in Tuesday nights on NBC. You guys ever see Bridesmaids? That movie? How about the Goldbergs? The Goldbergs. Do you know the mom on that show? The blonde wrestler? Yeah, she's one of the stars in the show. She's really funny. She's on Reno 911 now as well. It's cool that she did that age and it's so on. She looks the same. She's been doing television forever. Her name's Wendy McClendon Cup. Very fun. And then David Allen Greer is the other star, who some of the adults might know from a show.
Yeah, so the cool thing about the VIP, obviously, is you get to get out of the tram and walk around and see the sets. So let's see what else we get to see.
On the other side is this street right here from Bruce Almighty. So that's right over there. You just can't see it because of the brick wall, but a lot of cool filming locations in that one little area. We call it the Metropolitan sets because they all kind of look like different streets in the Metropolitan.
Let's get King Kong since it's
But
3D.
guess what? We gave you 3D glasses. Glad you liked it. It's really expensive, so thank you for liking it. That was all designed by a company called Weta FX, who you know because they did Avatar, Lord of the Rings trilogy, Planet of the Apes, Guardians of the Galaxy. They even did what's her name? Halle Bailey, who played the Little Mermaid. They did her CGI hair underwater. Yes, thank you. Yeah, her hair is pretty remarkable. But yes, that was all Weta FX and Peter Jackson. They brought that to you in the largest 3D screens on the planet. They're 40 feet tall, 180 feet wide, wrapping around us from all angles. Pretty incredible stuff. And that's what we do here, movie magic. You know, some stuff is going to be practical effects, meaning they're happening right in front of us with real live things. Other things are special effects using CGI. So we're going to see both examples on the tour today. Right now, we are traveling around the back side of what we call London Square. So once we get to the end here, kind of peek over your shoulder to the left. You're going to see this area that we use for Hobbs and Shaw. There's Danielle. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Look right over there. You're going to see London Square. You guys see all the pillars and the fancy buildings? That's currently being used for a new Ted Danson show called A Man on the Inside, where he's a spy inside of a retirement community. And then continuing down to your left, you'll see a brick wall all the way down, right in between the two buildings. That's the clock tower from Back to the Future. That's it right there. One of my favorite movies of all time. You guys like it? It's pretty good. Fun fact, I tried to have my wedding in front of that building. Thought it would be fun. And then they told me how much it was going to cost, and I said, never mind, thank you. Look down there to your left, you can see The Voice. That's The Voice. They film in those two stages, 30 and 31. Reba McEntire has a show here called Happy's Place. They film in 32 and 33. Do you guys like Jordan Peele? Us, Get Out? Nope, any of those? So he's filmed quite a bit in those stages right across the water on your left. Oh, look, they're doing some filming here for the New York Film Academy. If you guys want to go on to the next level and be involved in the arts, that's a great school. They bring you out here to let you use the sets for a lot of different mini shoots. Pretty cool. And then on the left again, this little body of water that is called the Hollywood Ocean. You might have seen it in Creature from the Black Lagoon. Many, many years ago. It was also used for Desperate Housewives. There was an episode where the ladies passes away and they scatter her ashes onto a lake. They filmed that there. Maybe you've heard of Showboat. Have you heard of that musical? Very famous. Old Man River is the big song that also filmed in the Hollywood Ocean. Now here to your left, you're going to see, to your right, you're going to see Little Europe. We have the privilege of getting to walk through here in just a little bit. So we're actually going to take a little tour through the area later. There's also restrooms over here in case you can use the bathroom. But before we come here, we're going to go to the prop warehouse. We're going to see props from film and television. Now remember in the very beginning of the tour, I mentioned there was one spot where we're not allowed to take photos. This is that spot, and I'll tell you why. It's kind of a cool reason. Inside this building, there are going to be tags that tell you what's about to start filming, things that have not yet aired on television. So they don't want anything leaking onto the internet and spoiling an upcoming project, so they want all cameras away inside the building. For your 3D glasses, we're going to use those at the very end of our tour, so leave those on your seats when we go inside. And I have a big favor to ask of you guys. We're supposed to go into this building in 2 small groups, but there's only one of me, so I'm going to bring you in all together. But I'm going to ask you to please be very conscious of watching the people around you. They're going to be working in here. They might need to get past us, and we can't really talk super loud because, once again, they are working in here. Are you guys okay with that? Can you keep your chill? Very chill? Okay, very good. So leave anything behind that you'd like to leave. That includes your 3D glasses. And we're going to file inside, very orderly. By the way, you'll see it says costume department. The very top floor is all costume and wardrobe. And then everything below that is props. So we are one of the biggest prop houses in the industry. Very proud to say. Have you guys ever heard the name Edith Head before? Very famous costume designer. She won 8 Oscars. She was nominated 35 times, which is the most of any other female costume designer. And I'm going to show you her picture inside and see if she reminds you of anyone. You might be surprised to know who she inspired.
So you're not allowed to film and take pictures in the prop house. We got to go in the prop house. And the main reason is they have a lot of tags in there for shows that haven't been released yet. So they'll come in, say, I want to use this prop, put a tag on it. So I guess they don't want that getting out. We also saw some costumes from some movies that we're not allowed to talk about. That was kind of cool. Now we're continuing to walk, and we're going to Little Europe, where they filmed what's that show called? I know you're yelling at the screen right now. The Good Place. And also Pirates of the Caribbean, some other stuff. The Mummy was filmed here. So it's kind of a bathroom break area. Now we'll walk around.
Starring Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. Yes, The Good Place. Did anyone watch The Good Place? So we are currently in The Good Place. It was supposed to be like heaven or the afterlife, or so we thought, but we're not going to tell you anymore. It's a fantastic
Spoiler.
show. Highly recommend. A lot of the store names were very creative. Like right behind you, it says all chocolate everything. So they were trying to give you the vibes of like, oh, this is the perfect place. They had a store up there that said dentist. Just kidding. Puppies. So everything was fantastic and whimsical, beautiful. Flower Alley. Everything was painted very pastel, gorgeous. But this has been here since the 1920s. The movie All Quiet on the Western Front filmed here in 1928. They divided the street down the middle. They made half into Germany and half into France. And they actually filmed on one side of the street. They called cut, reversed the set, filmed on the other side, boom, knocked out 2 countries at once. And that's the beauty of this area. That's why we call it Little Europe, because it's supposed to be all different places in Europe at a moment's notice. The monster films, Dracula, Frankenstein, The Wolfman, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, every one of those was filmed where you guys are standing right now. So this is pretty iconic, very historical. That was the Great Depression when we were making the monster films, so the way that we saved money was to reuse the same sets over and over again. We just changed the language on the signs to wherever we were. We added the country's flag, and that was it, pretty much. So it's been Transylvania, it's been Spain, it's been London, England. So anywhere you need, we can transform it right here. A lot more modern stuff is filmed here. Anyone familiar with Princess Diaries 2? Royal Engagement. This is Genovia. This is where the Princess Parade happened, right there. There's a tram coming, so we're going to go here to the left.
Soft.
If you want a quick headshot, stand in front of that orange door. Done. Beautiful. If you guys notice, if you look inside the buildings, there's nothing inside, right? We're just going to use these for those exterior shots. When we do the interiors, yeah, just somebody walking through. When we want to go inside of a building, we're going to go to the soundstage, build the interior set, the soundstage. Most of what you're seeing here is just going to be like plaster. It's not even real bricks. A lot of it feels a little different. This is all fake cobblestone. It's just pressed concrete with a big mold to make it look like cobblestone. Called Angels and Demons, starring Tom Hanks. It takes place in Vatican City in Rome. But they blew up a bunch of cars in that movie. Do you think the Pope would allow you to blow up cars in the Vatican City? No. No! But right over there, against that wall, we pretended like it was Vatican City and we blew up a car. Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz rode through these streets for a movie called Night and Day. Night was spelled with a K, like a knight in shining armor. Right over here, this is from Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's where I hide here.
Jack Sparrow, he hid in that alcove. Yeah, do you remember? The first movie. And then do you remember what's in this room?
The one with the mule and
Yeah.
where he fights the guy's name. When he
Yes.
he
Will
fights
Turner.
someone. Yeah, Will Turner. Yeah.
Very good. So this is the blacksmith shop where Will Turner fights with Captain Jack Sparrow in the first movie. But you'll notice there's nothing in there, right? So they actually built that set over at Disney Studios inside of one of their sound stages.
Dangerous wearing Crocs. Where's the plastic? It's actual plastic.
Yes,
Right, just a little bit more history about where we're pulling out of. This is called the Court of Miracles. The original Hunchback of Notre Dame 100 years ago, filmed right there with an actor named Lon Chaney. For the optical effect all around you. We're going to simulate an earthquake for you guys to feel what it might be like to be an actor in a film with a real practical effect. So this is our subway station in San Francisco. Look around, you'll see it's all decorated for filming. And how do we know we're in San Fran? Well, you look at the walls. There's a lot of clues that tell us. Now we're going to pretend like we're acting, so feel free to react to the action on the trolley. So we're going to start with, all right, speeding, roll sound, and action. Very good. Department, we need to raise the stakes a little more, please, a little more. There we go. You don't see on the left. All right, Pyro, we need to start the fire behind the truck. Fire. Right inside, let's get that high voltage cabinet open. High voltage, go. All right, transportation, let's bring in the train. Straight ahead, bring in the train. Go. All right, let's start our water effect in 3, 2, 1, go. And cut. right, that's a wrap. Back to one, everybody. Let's reset and do it all again. Well done, everyone. You did it. Earthquake, the big one. If you watch this train on your left, you're going to watch it reset. There it goes. And in just 16 seconds, this all goes back to the beginning. We can do it over and over again. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done in there. Good work. So it's kind of like choreography in a show, right? Everything has to be perfectly timed, perfectly choreographed, and you have people positioned with their cameras ready to capture the action. It's kind of a huge production when you do stuff like that. And let me show you how we use that same demonstration for an episode of Bones, my favorite little beach town called Amity Island. And you may have heard some bad stuff about Amity. There was a big shark attack back in the 70s, but don't worry, they caught the shark. And as long as we don't hear the theme music from Jaws, we'll be fine. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, that's a very large fan. He's headed towards George. Wait a minute, is that George? Guys, that's my date tonight. We're supposed to meet at 8 for dinner. George, you okay, man? George? Are you going to be late tonight, or will you make it at 8? I'm asking you a question, George. Please. Oh. Oh. Okay, 8:30. I'll see you at 8:30. Sorry. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Don't worry. It's a lot safer right here by the flammable gasoline barrels. Yeah, that's a good spot to stay. Now watch the end of the pier. You're going to see a yellow barrel out there. That barrel has bait in it for the shark. We're going to hope the shark takes the bait. There he goes. He's taking it. I smell gasoline. How about you guys? Gasoline? Whoa. This is escalating quickly. Where's the shark? I don't see him. Where's the shark? Oh my god, there he is! Cool camera work there. Now we call him Bruce. That was the nickname they called him on set during filming of the movie because Steven Spielberg's lawyer was named Bruce, so he named the shark after his lawyer as a joke. And then do you guys remember Finding Nemo, the name of the shark? Bruce. That was a little inside joke between Universal and Pixar right there. But we're going to head a little south of the border to old Mexico. Now I hate to tell you guys, this demonstration is not currently working today. So we're not going to get to have the weather demo. I know. Don't worry, we fired the guy who messed it up. It's all forgotten. But it is not going to work today. But usually if you look at the top of that hill, we're going to have a bunch of water coming down here and create this cool like flash flood. Here's what it looks like. Film.
You can't outrun the wolf, cat!
We can reroute it to the water fountain at Disneyland so they can drink it. Pretty cool, guys. It's a joke, you guys. I'm joking. We don't do that. Wave to your fans. Hi, guys. They really wish they were on a VIP trolley right now, so don't make them feel too bad. Has anyone seen Nacho Libre? They filmed in that area where we just were, in that little Mexico set. Nacho Libre. All right. I heard we have Mrs. Potts on board. Where is she? Mrs. Potts. Very good. So Mrs. Potts was Angela Lansbury in the movie. You guys remember that? She was the star of a TV show called Murder, She Wrote. Let me show you the intro that filmed at the Jaws Lake. Check it out. That's Angela Lansbury who played Mrs. Potts. Yes, this is a great show. And it's filmed right there. That's Jaws Lake. Never Have I Ever fans. Paxton's house is right down there on your left side. That's where Paxton lived. Over here to your right, do we have any horror movie fans? You guys know Rob Zombie? His movie House of a Thousand Corpses, filmed right there. That's the Firefly house. Also used for Beethoven's Fifth. And then on your left, Keke Palmer is right down there right now filming The Burbs, which is a new TV show based on the movie with Tom Hanks that was also filmed on that very same street. That's also where Desperate Housewives filmed, or But welcome to the transportation department. Look around, you're going to see some pretty cool vehicles from film and television, starting with the original tram from 1964. We've also got the gyrosphere from Jurassic World, the Jeep from Jurassic Park. Over to your right, you'll see a couple vintage cars from Back to the Future. There's the Fry's truck from Nope, and the flying car, the Weasley's flying car from Chamber of Secrets, right in the back. Whoville cars, Fast and Furious cars. And at the very end of the lineup, you'll see Bumblebee and Barricade the Decepticon from Transformers. And we love our villains here at Universal. One of the best of all time has to be Norman Bates from Psycho. Why don't we head over to the Bates Motel, see what's happening? Oh, maybe Norman's here. What do you think? Hey, Norman. Norman, are you here? See if we can call him outside.
We all go on a match sometimes.
Oh, there he is. Now, don't worry, guys. He's not the psycho he used to be. He's come a really long way. In fact, he's moving today. He's getting his suitcases. He's relocating to the San Fernando Valley, a little bit further out. But one of the greatest things about Norman...
It's just
Okay,
a weird shape anyhow.
That looks like a body. What are you doing? Norman, we've talked about this. Please don't do that. No. Not in the trunk. Oh, she's in the trunk. Okay, well, at least he's not looking at us. We can just try to sneak out of here. Oh, he's looking at us. Hi, don't worry. We're not filming. Right, guys? We are definitely not filming you. Oh, no, he knows. He knows that we know. Tommy, let's go. So sorry, guys. That was terrifying. Now we're going to be driving past the original Psycho house from the film. This is the one from the 1960 movie directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Now look upstairs in the second story. Yeah, he's still watching us. He's not messing around. Look upstairs. You can see Mother rocking in her rocking chair at that second story window. See her? She looks really scared. I would be scared too if this were my backyard. Look at this. This is one of our most iconic sets on property. It is the crash site from War of the Worlds. Now, believe it or not, that's a real airplane. It's a Boeing 747 purchased for $60,000, transported here for $200,000. And then the scene was in the movie for about 4.5 minutes. That's it. And here it is on your screens.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steve.
You forget to sit down to talk about War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right?
Jordan Peele's film. Great. Fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was iconic and wonderful. We're going to drive you through the set of Jupiter's Claim. This is the real set from the movie. They filmed in Santa Clarita, but then they brought the set over here and reset it up just for you guys on the tour. Check it out.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, the nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jupe Park. Over there, look into the winking lamp and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based off of. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso Experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO hotspot. What's a bad miracle? Welcome to the world of new.
Whoa, what is going on here? There's something above us, guys. Don't look up. Don't look up. Now, don't worry. That is just an example of the power
Up
of
next
sound
is
design, right? Once
Mysterious.
again, sometimes you don't even need to see the villain in your movie
It's
to
the
feel the
same-
presence all around you. You ever want to
So
be a
it's not-
composer or work in sound mix?
So that was the VIP tour. It's about $220. There's a more expensive one that includes breakfast and lunch. We didn't do that one. We just the VIP, but it's a lot of fun. You get to get off, walk around the back lot, see some sets, see some filming locations, see the prop house. Yeah, I'd recommend it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time when we see where the road takes us. Take care.